Hello, my name is Ben Pike. Today I wanted to make some recommendations to our current lean sandwich shop. Specifically, we would like to talk about some of the improvements that we would like to make in the process, the flow, and some of the overall functions that are currently existing. So the main problems that we are facing currently are we have inefficiencies, a great amount of inefficiencies, and we have a tremendous amount of waste, specifically in time that at time of our staff. And these two main issues are leading to an overall tremendous loss in revenue for the company and for the sandwich shop. So the main tool that we've used to determine how to target some of this waste and some of the inefficiencies that we currently have is our work balance table, as you can see here. This is our original work balance table of what is currently happening at our sandwich shop. So as you can see, we've determined that the takt time is 60 seconds. And so what we want to do is for each of these tasks that we have, we want to try to keep each of these process cycle times as close to the 60-second takt time as we can. So as you can clearly see from this green line, this is our takt time. We want to keep everything right at or right below as close as we can to the 60 mark. And currently, some of these processes are not meeting these standards. As you can see, task 3 is far above, which is going to create a bottleneck and problems for being able to keep up with the demand. And some of the other tasks, tasks 1, 2, and 7, are far below, which means that we could potentially be wasting a lot of staffing time and having a lot of inefficiencies. So this is our current setup. And as you can see, even we've got a total of 12 employees that are staffing this. When we take the total manual processing time of 600 divided by the takt time of 60, we should be able to do this process in 10 employees, but we already see that there are inefficiencies and that we can't do this. So what we've done is we've taken this and we have determined where some of this waste of time, some of these efficiencies are. So this is our updated work balance table. As you can see, we've kind of consolidated some of the tasks here. So the first task, which was originally staffed by 3 employees, is now staffed by 2. And it's the same record and deliver the order. And as you can see, process time, 60 seconds, perfect, right on where we need it to be. The second task was originally just breading the sandwich, choosing the bread option, but now we've combined it into a work cell with the protein option as well. Combined those times and put 2 employees over it in a small work cell. And as you can see, just below 60 takt time, which is perfect. The vegetables and the toppings are the third task, which we didn't feel like we needed to change. It's manned by 2 staff, keeping the process cycle time right at the same takt time. And as for the fourth step here, load, unload, wrap, and deliver, we've combined that into a work cell as well. Now let me kind of explain what we've done here. We realized that there was previously 165 seconds for step number 5 in the previous work balance table, as you can see. Task 5, 165 seconds, manned by 3 people. And all they were doing was they would load the toaster, one of our 3 toasters, with one of the sandwiches, and then they would sit around and wait. And there was 145 seconds of waiting time where they would do nothing. So we've taken this 145 seconds out, as you can see right here under the toasting section. That doesn't, and that it shouldn't be included in manual processing time. So we removed that. We took the 20 seconds of loading and unloading and combined it with the wrap and deliver section. And so now we have 110 seconds for all 4 of these things in this small work cell at the end of the process. And these 2 employees that are manning this will work together to do these 4 tasks. And because of this, we have decreased the total manual processing time to 455 divided by 60 takt time is now 7.58 recommended employees to staff, or to round up 8. And as you can see, we have exactly 8 employees that we have for this proposed recommendation. This 3 here is not 3 employees, but rather is the 3 toasters that we have available. So this is our proposed work balance table for this new process. And as you can see, we have this little process. This is up here where the orders come in, they go down, around, and back up to order out. So as you can see, task 1, 2 staff, task 2, which is the small work cell of protein and bread combined, which goes into the vegetables, up to the second work cell of 2 employees as well, loading, unloading, wrapping, and delivering the sandwiches. So this is the process flow. We feel this will decrease a tremendous amount of waste. As you can see, we wanted to talk real quick about the results. Total throughput per labor hour is going to be increased from 5 to 7.5, as we've discussed, because we were able to reduce the staff tremendously from 12 to 8 now. And so we have, instead of 120 labor hours in a day, we have only 80, which increases the TPH to 7.5. In addition to this, we have improved work cells, those 2 that we've mentioned, that will overall lead to a reduced number of mistakes. Currently, we have 10% of our sandwiches that have to be redone, which decreases patient satisfaction and also increases our total costs because we have to pay for additional resources and staffing to be able to cover these mistakes. These work cells will improve our proficiency and efficiencies in our overall cycles, and so it will reduce these mistakes. Overall, reducing the time wasted, particularly with not only the toasting, because the people previously toasting the sandwiches were just sitting around waiting for the toasting to be done, but also sometimes there were other small bottlenecks. For example, we only had 1 original staff over the protein option, which sometimes would create another small bottleneck of the person right after the protein, which was the vegetables, having to sit around and wait for a moment. So overall, reducing the time wasted. Our recommendations, we feel that they will have a very huge, good, positive overall impact for the organization and the sandwich shop. Number 1, reducing the number of mistakes is going to reduce cost of resources, and also the improved efficiencies in our flow and process will reduce the number of staff from 12 to 8, which overall is a 33% or 1/3 reduction in staff, which staffing costs are the biggest cost that we have into the organization. So that this is going to be a nearly 1/3 overall cut in our costs for running this sandwich shop. These are our recommendations. We feel they are very good, and we hope to see this approved for later use. Thank you.